Welcome to Sleep Lore Studios. Tonight, we'll wander through the legends and folklore creatures of Western Europe. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let the soft rhythm of these tales guide you gently towards sleep. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more peaceful journeys into folklore from around the world.
Banshee, the whispering spirit of night. Imagine a quiet, misty Irish countryside at twilight. Rolling hills stretched gently into the distance, blanketed in soft grass and dotted with ancient stone walls. The air is cool and still, carrying the faint scent of heather and damp earth. Shadows lengthen, but there is no darkness yet, only the gentle dimming of day as night prepares to settle in. Somewhere among these hills and valleys exists a presence known in Irish folklore as the Banshee. Though traditional tales often describe the Banshee as a harbinger of death, in this gentle retelling, she is a quiet, reflective spirit, guiding the soul toward rest and helping the living feel the natural cycles of life with serenity. She is a spirit of awareness, reflection, and peaceful transition, moving silently among the hills and homes, bringing a sense of calm rather than fear. Picture the Banshee as a figure draped in soft, flowing garments of muted silver and pale gray, almost blending with the twilight mist. Her hair drifts long and free, catching the faint light of the early evening. Her eyes are calm and luminous, reflecting the soft, rolling hills and the fading glow of the sun. She moves with the ease of wind over grass, slow, deliberate, and soothing. Her presence is subtle. You may notice a soft shimmer in the air, the gentle ripple of a leaf falling, or the faint hush of wind bending the grass slightly. Her form is less important than the sense of calm she carries, a deep stillness that encourages the mind to release tension and open to rest. The Banshee's habitat is the quiet countryside, near rivers, stone cottages, and ancient burial mounds. She travels where the world slows at dusk and dawn, where the rhythms of nature are gentle and undisturbed. In these spaces, she blends perfectly with mist, tree line, and soft hills, becoming part of the land itself. The sounds surrounding the Banshee are soft, hauntingly beautiful, and naturally calming. The whisper of wind through heather, the distant call of a night bird, the soft rustle of leaves along a gentle path, all become a part of her presence. Occasionally, a soft, melodic sigh escapes her lips, not loud or piercing, but delicate and musical, echoing faintly across hills like a natural lullaby. There is a story shared in quiet villages of a child who feared the night. As the sun dipped below the hills, the child heard a soft, distant sigh carried on the evening breeze. Heart racing at first, the child listened closely and noticed the sigh was not frightening. It was gentle, rhythmic, almost like a song. Outside the window, the Banshee appeared as a shimmering figure among the mist, her presence calm and deliberate. She did not call or demand, but her sigh encouraged the child to relax, to breathe slowly, and to let the tension of the day flow away. By the time sleep arrived, the child felt enveloped in quiet reassurance, the gentle guidance of a protective spirit. The Banshee's movements are slow and flowing. She glides along paths between cottages and hills, her steps making no sound. She pauses near streams and trees, taking in the surroundings, letting the natural rhythm of the land. guide her. Her presence is like a slow, calming current, inviting those nearby to mirror her stillness. As you imagine the banshee now, picture her moving along a stone path beside a gently flowing river. Mist drifts lazily from the water, curling around the banks. Her silver-gray cloak sways gently with each step, blending with the fog. The soft hum of wind, the delicate rustle of leaves, and her faint, melodic sigh create a harmony that encourages your thoughts to slow, your body to release, and your mind to drift. Notice your breathing becoming steady, slow, and rhythmic. Each inhalation draws in the cool, calming air of the hills. Each exhalation releases tension, worry, and thought. You feel a soft connection with the natural world, the gentle rise and fall of hills, the quiet rhythm of rivers, the subtle sway of the mist. The banshee is part of this rhythm, not apart from it, moving silently with the night. The evening deepens, stars begin to appear, scattered across the indigo sky. The hills, mist and river reflect the faint light of moon and stars. The banshee glides slowly past ancient stone walls and cottages, her presence soothing and unobtrusive. She encourages not fear or worry, but reflection, calm, and acceptance. Her sighs and the gentle whisper of wind seem to guide your thoughts like a soft lullaby. Perhaps you imagine following her silently along the path, feeling the tranquility of twilight, the soft hush of the countryside, and the delicate balance of night approaching. There is no urgency here, no pressure, only gentle motion, subtle music of sighs and wind, and a deep, encompassing sense of quiet. Eventually, the banshee fades into the mist, leaving only the calm stillness of hills, rivers, and stone paths behind. The world is quiet, serene, and steady. The stars shine softly, the river flows, and the gentle energy she has imparted lingers in the cool night air. You feel this calm settle into your body, into your mind, readying you for deep and restful sleep. The banshee watches silently. The hills rest, the rivers murmur, and you are free to drift peacefully into dreams, carried by twilight, mist, and the gentle rhythm of night itself. Dullahan, the silent guardian of night roads. Imagine a quiet Irish countryside at night, where the winding paths between hills and cottages are bathed in the soft glow of moonlight. The air is cool and still, carrying the faint sense of heather, wet grass, and ancient stone walls. Mist curls along the edges of fields and streams, creating a gentle, dreamlike atmosphere. Along these serene roads moves a figure known in folklore as the Dullahan. Though traditional tales describe the Dullahan as a fearsome, headless horseman, in this gentle retelling, he is a quiet, watchful guardian, ensuring that travelers and night walkers remain safe along lonely paths. His presence is protective and steady, a reminder that even in the quiet darkness, there is watchfulness, calm, and reassurance. Picture the Dullahan riding slowly along a winding lane, his horse moving with careful, deliberate steps that disturb neither grass nor gravel. The horse's coat glistens faintly under moonlight, soft and dark, blending naturally with the quiet landscape. In place of a head, there is a softly glowing orb of light, luminous yet warm, casting gentle illumination on the path ahead. This light does not startle, it guides and comforts, like a lantern held by a trusted friend. His cloak flows around him like shadowy mist, moving in harmony with the horse's steady gait. There is no rush in his movements, no urgency. He travels at a pace perfectly matched to the natural rhythms of the night. The slow sway of trees in the breeze, the ripple of water in distant streams, the gentle rustle of leaves under nocturnal creatures. The Dullahan's role is guardian, not harbinger. He watches over travelers, ensuring that paths are clear and that those walking in the quiet of night feel subtle reassurance rather than fear. His glowing orb head illuminates the way softly, showing the gentle curves of the road, highlighting safe footing on stones and grass, and leaving shadows calm and predictable. Imagine a traveler walking along a lonely lane, weary from the day. As moonlight bathes the path, they notice a figure approaching, mounted on a quiet, steady horse. At first, the traveler wonders, but soon they sense no threat, only guidance. The Dullahan passes slowly, the orb of light tracing the path, and the traveler instinctively matches their pace to the calm rhythm of horse and rider. The night feels less lonely, less uncertain, and more like a quiet journey shared with a gentle, protective presence. The sounds surrounding the Dullahan are soft and grounding. The horse's hooves make muted impressions on grass and dirt. The wind rustles leaves gently, and distant water murmurs in a stream. The cloak and soft glow of light create a subtle presence in the periphery, like the awareness of a friend silently walking beside you. Nothing is sudden, loud, or sharp. All motion is deliberate, slow, and harmonious. There is an old story told of a late-night traveler who became lost in a misty valley. As uncertainty crept in, they glimpsed a faint glow ahead. A figure on horseback appeared, moving silently along the path. The traveler followed at a calm distance, noticing how the light revealed safe steps, highlighting rocks, roots, and gentle slopes. By the time the valley opened into familiar fields, the figure had vanished, leaving only the steady illumination of moonlight and the traveler's sense of quiet reassurance. This story reflects the Dullahan's gentle nature in this retelling. He is not a specter of dread, but a guide through the quiet uncertainty of night, helping travelers feel safe and grounded. His presence encourages mindful steps, slow breathing, and trust in the rhythms of the world around you. As you imagine the Dullahan now, see him gliding along a moonlit path. His horse moves like a shadow in motion, light orb leading the way, mist curling softly at their passage. Each step, each sway of cloak, each shimmer of light is slow, deliberate, and comforting. Your own breath mirrors the gentle rhythm of hooves on soft earth. Thoughts drift slowly, tension eases, and a natural calm begins to settle. The night deepens, stars twinkle faintly above, reflected in small puddles and streams along the path. The Dullahan continues steadily, leaving a faint, reassuring glow wherever his orb head passes. The world feels safe, ordered, and gently alive. Allow this image to settle into your mind. Feel the steady rhythm of the horse, the soft glow of light, the slow sway of cloak and mist. Each breath you take aligns with the calm pace of the guardian. There is no rush, no fear, only gentle guidance, quiet protection, and peaceful night. Eventually, the Dullahan moves beyond sight, his presence lingering only as a sense of safety, calm, and the soft rhythm of moonlit travel. The path remains clear, the night remains still, and you are free to drift peacefully into deep, restorative sleep, accompanied by the gentle watchfulness of this quiet guardian. Puka, Puka, the gentle shapeshifter of night. Imagine the rolling hills and quiet meadows of Ireland at night. The moon hangs low, casting silver light across grass, wildflowers, and stone fences. The air is soft, cool, and fragrant, with heather, damp earth, and faint blooms carried by a gentle breeze. Somewhere in these tranquil landscapes moves a creature known as the Puka, or Puka, a shape-shifting spirit of the night. Though tales often describe the Puka as mischievous or frightening, in this retelling, the Puka is a gentle, playful companion, a spirit that encourages imagination, curiosity, and restful reflection. He does not startle or harm. Instead, he moves through the night with light-hearted grace, reminding those who encounter him to move slowly, notice wonder, and release tension. Picture the Puka in his natural habitat, a quiet meadow bordered by soft hills, stone fences, and clusters of trees. He appears in many forms, sometimes as a small dark horse with eyes that glimmer like starlight, sometimes as a hare with fur that shimmers silver in moonlight, and sometimes as a faint, shifting silhouette that blends with shadows. His transformations are gentle, graceful, and perfectly aligned with the rhythms of the night. In each form, the Puka moves with calm, deliberate ease. He trots across meadows without crushing the grass, bounds over soft hillsides without startling wildlife, and drifts along streams without disturbing the gentle flow of water. Every movement is playful, yet unhurried, like a slow, flowing dance, designed to soothe rather than excite. The Puka's sounds are soft and melodic. A faint whinny echoes across the hills, a delicate thump of hooves in the grass, or the soft rustle of fur brushing leaves. Sometimes, when he shifts into a small bird or hare, you might hear the soft patter of tiny feet or wings. All these sounds create a gentle, calming rhythm, perfect for encouraging slow, steady breathing and the release of daily worries. Imagine a young traveler walking through the meadow at twilight, feeling the quiet pull of night. They catch glimpses of movement, shadows shifting, silver shapes darting gracefully among the grass. Initially curious, they pause and notice the Puka, not threatening, but playful and soft, almost inviting them to watch and relax. Slowly, the traveler feels tension melt away, their steps slowing, breath deepening, and thoughts drifting like clouds across the night sky. The Puka is a nocturnal guide. His presence encourages mindfulness and reflection. He may lead someone along a soft, moonlit path, guiding them past wildflowers, stone walls, and rippling streams without ever hurrying. He is both companion and gentle teacher, showing that the night can be a place of calm observation, gentle movement, and quiet wonder. As you imagine the Puka now, see him shifting between forms across the meadow. His dark horse silhouette moves through soft moonlight, then becomes a silver hare hopping lightly along the grass, then a small shadow drifting near a stream. Each change is seamless, rhythmic, and hypnotically gentle. Notice how your own breathing mirrors the soft rhythm of his movements, slow and steady, like water flowing over smooth stones. The pucha's playful energy is subtle, never loud or chaotic. He interacts with the environment delicately, leaves sway without being crushed. Water ripples softly, and fireflies drift lazily through the air. His presence encourages a soft attention to the beauty of night, a gentle immersion in calm sensory experiences. A story from old Irish villages tells of a child who could not fall asleep. Wandering to a moonlit meadow, they saw a shifting silhouette, a soft, dark horse that became a hare and then a shadow among the grass. The child observed quietly, noticing how the movements were slow, rhythmic, and harmonious with the night. After some time, their body relaxed, their mind quieted, and sleep arrived naturally, carried on the calm energy of the gentle pucha. The pucha continues to move slowly across hills and meadows, occasionally pausing to observe, occasionally to shift form, but always gentle, always unhurried. The night deepens, stars scatter across the sky, and the moon casts a soft silver light over the quiet landscape. His presence lingers as a soothing guide, a reminder that night, shadow, and gentle motion can bring calm and restful awareness. Allow your mind to drift alongside him. Feel the rhythmic pulse of his steps, the soft shimmer of his forms, and the quiet cadence of the night. Each breath aligns with the gentle flow of the meadow, the soft rustle of grass, the faint ripple of water. Let tension and thought dissolve, carried away by the calm, playful energy of the pucha. Eventually, the pucha drifts beyond sight, melting into the night, leaving only the peaceful energy of moonlit hills, gentle movement, and quiet anticipation. The meadows rest, streams murmur softly, and you are free to drift peacefully into sleep, accompanied by a gentle shape-shifting spirit, guiding you through calm, whimsical night landscapes. Brownie, the gentle household helper. Imagine a quiet Scottish cottage at dusk. Smoke drifts lazily from the chimney, curling into the evening sky. Inside, the hearth glows warmly, filling the room with a gentle amber light. The soft scent of burning wood mingles with the faint aroma of herbs drying on the windowsill. In the corners of this cozy home, moving almost imperceptibly, is a spirit known as the brownie. The brownie is a helpful household spirit, known for quietly assisting with chores, tidying the home, and maintaining harmony in the hearth. Unlike trickster spirits, he is gentle, diligent, and calm, moving with care and respect, ensuring that the home remains a peaceful sanctuary. Picture the brownie as a small, soft figure, clothed in muted earth tones that blend naturally with wooden furniture and stone floors. His hair is dark and slightly tousled, eyes gentle and kind, and movements deliberate, yet light, so as not to disturb the quiet rhythm of the household. He carries no tools or implements, but seems to know intuitively which tasks need attention and how to perform them with grace. The brownie's habitat is the warm, quiet spaces of the home. The kitchen, the hearth, the shelves, and corners where sunlight falls softly during the day. He thrives in environments filled with care, kindness, and respect. When the household is lived in thoughtfully, his presence enhances calm, order, and gentle rhythm. Imagine a soft evening scene. A family sits quietly at a table, reading or knitting by the fire. The brownie moves silently along the edges of the room, straightening a cushion, stacking kindling neatly, brushing away dust with unseen hands. Each gesture is slow, deliberate, and almost imperceptible, designed to maintain harmony and comfort. The warmth of the hearth and the soft golden light seem to reflect his calm presence. There is a story told in Scottish villages. A tired mother, worried about the day's chores left unfinished, returned home to find everything in its place. Dishes were clean, laundry folded, fire stoked perfectly. At first, she thought she must have imagined it, but a soft shadow flickered at the corner of her eye. A small, gentle figure, smiling briefly before vanishing. She understood it to be the brownie, quietly attending to the home, leaving calm, order, and a sense of comfort behind. The brownie's presence encourages mindfulness. Though unseen, he guides the household into gentle rhythms, prompting slow, deliberate actions, quiet reflection, and respect for the environment. His energy is not imposing. It flows subtly, encouraging the occupants to move with care, speak softly, and notice small details of comfort and beauty. As you imagine the brownie now, picture him moving quietly through a dimly lit room. The fire crackles softly, casting flickering shadows on the walls. Wooden furniture glows warmly in the light. Dust motes float lazily in the air, and the faint scent of herbs and firewood lingers. Every corner feels attended to, every object in its place, and the entire room radiates calm, gentle harmony. The sounds surrounding the brownie are soothing and rhythmic. A soft crackle from the fire, a gentle hum of wind outside the window, the faint tick of a clock. Occasionally, there is the subtle sound of something shifting just slightly. A blanket straightened, a candle repositioned, a book resting neatly on a shelf. These small, deliberate movements create a background of calm rhythm, perfect for slowing breath and thought. Imagine sitting in this cozy room, observing without needing to act. Your body relaxes as the warmth from the hearth spreads through you. Each breath becomes slow and steady, aligned with the subtle rhythm of the home and the quiet presence of the brownie. Thoughts drift gently, tension melts away, and a sense of peaceful rest takes hold. There is no urgency, no expectation, only the quiet order, warmth, and calm that the brownie brings. Each detail of the room, the soft glow of the fire, the neatly stacked wood, the gentle scent of herbs, enhances the sense of stillness and comfort. His gentle presence reminds the mind to slow down, release worry, and embrace the simplicity of the moment. Eventually, the brownie retreats to a quiet corner, perhaps behind a cupboard or under a table, resting until he is needed again. The home remains harmonious, still, and warm, ready to welcome sleep. You can feel this same calm settling into your own body and mind, preparing you for deep, restorative rest. The hearth glows softly, the room breathes in gentle rhythm, and you are free to drift into peaceful sleep, accompanied by the quiet, watchful, and tender presence of the brownie. Kelpie, the gentle water horse. Imagine a quiet Scottish loch at twilight. The surface of the water is calm, reflecting the fading gold and soft purples of the evening sky. Mist rises slowly from the edges, curling around reeds and rocks, creating a soft, dreamlike haze. Along the banks of the loch moves a creature known in folklore as the Kelpie, traditionally a water horse said to lure humans, but here reimagined as a gentle companion of rivers and lakes, a spirit of calm and quiet reflection. The Kelpie in this retelling is not a predator, but a peaceful presence, moving through the water with grace and elegance, inviting humans and animals alike to appreciate the soft rhythms of loch and stream. He embodies the slow, meditative flow of water itself, calming, continuous, and deeply harmonious. Picture the Kelpie rising from the water, his form partially glistening with droplets that catch the fading light. His mane flows like liquid silver, and his eyes hold the still, reflective quality of the loch itself. His coat is dark but shimmering, blending naturally with the water and shadows. Each movement of his head, each step through the shallows, is deliberate, rhythmic, and hypnotically soothing. The Kelpie's habitat is calm lakes, streams, and riverbanks. He prefers secluded waters where the current is gentle and the reflections of sky and trees create a tranquil scene. Here, he moves freely, emerging from the water to watch the world, or gliding along the surface to accompany night travelers or the soft calls of nature. Imagine walking along a quiet loch shore, your footsteps soft on mossy rocks. The water ripples lightly, reflecting the glow of the moon. From the corner of your vision, a dark, graceful form rises. A Kelpie, stepping silently from the water's edge. There is no threat, only a sense of calm, quiet companionship. As he moves, the gentle lapping of water and the rhythmic sway of his mane create a soothing soundtrack, like the natural pulse of the night itself. A soft story tells of a weary traveler resting beside a Scottish river. As they leaned against a tree, gazing at the water, a Kelpie emerged, gliding through the shallows. Its presence was gentle, its gaze serene. The traveler felt a natural rhythm in their breath, slowed by the Kelpie's calm movements. They watched silently as the creature danced lightly on the surface, shimmering under moonlight. By the time the traveler closed their eyes, they drifted into deep, peaceful sleep, cradled by the rhythmic lapping of water and the quiet energy of this gentle spirit. The sounds surrounding the Kelpie are soft and continuous. The ripple of water against stones, the faint splashes of his hooves, the rustle of reeds in a gentle breeze, the distant call of nocturnal birds. All these elements combine into a soothing, natural melody, ideal for slowing the mind, releasing tension, and easing into rest. As you imagine the Kelpie now, see him moving slowly through the water. Each ripple follows him like a gentle wave. Mist curls around his legs and mane, softening the edges of the world. Your breath aligns with the movement of the loch. Inhale slowly as water rises gently against the shore. Exhale as ripples drift outward. Thoughts begin to float and dissolve like leaves carried by the current. The Kelpie may shift slightly in form, perhaps appearing as a small foal wading in the shallows or a graceful stallion gliding over deeper water. Each change is seamless and hypnotically calm, maintaining a gentle rhythm that encourages sleep. He does not speak or rush, only moves in harmony with the natural world, inviting the mind to mirror his slow, flowing energy. Night deepens, stars twinkle softly above, and the loch reflects their light in faint, shimmering patterns. The Kelpie moves along the shore, and into the water, leaving faint ripples that echo like soft music. The air carries the gentle scent of water and moss, and the world seems to breathe with a slow, steady pulse. Allow your thoughts to drift alongside him. Each ripple, each movement, each soft splash invites calm. The water absorbs tension, your body releases it, and your mind floats lightly like a leaf on the loch's surface. The Kelpie's presence is subtle, yet profoundly soothing, encouraging deep rest and gentle surrender. Eventually, the Kelpie glides into the shadows of the distant loch, leaving only the quiet rhythm of water and the soft glow of moonlight. The air is still, the night is calm, and you are free to drift peacefully into restorative sleep, accompanied by the slow, soothing presence of this gentle water horse. Leprechaun, the gentle keeper of hidden treasures. Imagine a quiet Irish glen at dusk. The sky is painted in soft purples and deepening blues, and a gentle breeze stirs the grass and wildflowers. The air is cool, carrying faint scents of clover, damp earth, and the lingering warmth of the day. Amid mossy rocks and winding paths, a small figure moves quietly, a creature known in folklore as the leprechaun. Though traditionally described as a trickster guarding gold, in this gentle retelling, the leprechaun is a playful, helpful spirit, guiding the observer towards small joys, hidden wonders, and moments of calm curiosity. He does not frighten or demand, but encourages mindfulness, imagination, and quiet reflection. Picture the leprechaun as a small, cheerful figure, clothed in earth-toned garments with subtle green highlights, perfectly blending with moss, ferns, and wildflowers. His hat sits slightly askew on his head, and his shoes are soft and silent on the ground. His eyes twinkle with warmth and gentle mischief, but the mischief is playful and soothing, never alarming. The leprechaun's habitat is quiet glens, woodland paths, and hidden nooks near streams, mossy stones, and gentle hills. He thrives in places where nature and human presence coexist peacefully, spots where curiosity and calm meet. He often moves just beyond sight, letting those who observe him discover tiny treasures of the natural world, from unusually shaped stones to softly glowing moss, or the patterns of a spider's web glistening with dew. Imagine walking slowly along a forest path. Your steps are light, your breath slow. Ahead, a small shadow flickers, and you notice a leprechaun, crouched behind a mossy rock, observing a tiny patch of flowers. He does not startle you. Instead, he smiles faintly, his presence inviting you to pause and notice the quiet wonders around you. The sunlight falling through leaves highlights tiny details, the delicate curve of a fern, the gentle sway of a wildflower, the shimmer of water on a small stone. A soft story tells of a child who wandered into a quiet glen, feeling restless and unable to sleep. They spotted a leprechaun tending to a patch of moss, moving carefully and humming a gentle, quiet tune. The child watched in fascination, noticing how every action was deliberate, calm, and harmonized with the environment. By the time the tune ended, the child felt a deep sense of peace. Their breathing slowed, and sleep arrived naturally, guided by the gentle rhythm of the leprechaun's quiet presence. The sounds surrounding the leprechaun are subtle, soothing, and layered. Soft footsteps on moss, the faint rustle of leaves, distant water trickling over rocks, and the gentle hum of wind create a natural, hypnotic lullaby. The leprechaun may whistle quietly or tap a tiny stick against a stone, producing a soft, rhythmic sound that blends seamlessly with the environment. As you imagine the leprechaun now, see him moving carefully along a forest path, pausing at gentle inclines, small flowers, and moss-covered stones. His movements are slow and deliberate, perfectly in harmony with the forest around him. Each step, each glance, each tiny action is part of a slow, rhythmic meditation, encouraging your mind to mirror his calm, attentive energy. Notice how your own breathing begins to align with the soft rhythm of his movement. Inhale slowly as he bends to examine a small fern. Exhale gently as he straightens and continues along the path. Thoughts drift like leaves carried by a slow stream. The playful curiosity of the leprechaun encourages gentle attention, not worry or haste, allowing your mind to settle fully. The leprechaun's presence also encourages wonder and imagination, but in a gentle, restful way. Tiny treasures of the forest, shimmering dew, unusual stones, glowing mushrooms, become invitations for calm observation. Night deepens, stars scatter across the sky, and the glen grows cooler and quieter. The leprechaun pauses beside a small stream, looking at his reflection in the gently moving water. The moonlight glows softly on his form, and he hums a quiet melody, blending with the soft sounds of flowing water and rustling leaves. Allow yourself to drift alongside him. Each step he takes, each breath of night air, each gentle movement encourages your own body and mind to relax. The forest, the glen, the soft melody of wind and water, and the leprechaun's calm presence combine into a lullaby for your senses. Tension melts, thoughts slow, and sleep becomes a natural, inviting progression. Eventually, the leprechaun disappears into the shadows of the glen, leaving only the sense of calm, gentle wonder, and the quiet rhythm of night. Streams murmur, trees sway softly, and the glen rests. You are free to drift peacefully into sleep, accompanied by the tender, playful, and mindful energy of this small but wise nocturnal guide. Celtic, the gentle seal shifter of coastal nights. Imagine a quiet Scottish or Irish coastline at twilight. Waves lap gently against smooth stones, seaweed sways slowly with the tide, and the air carries the briny scent of the ocean, mixed with the faint warmth of sun-warmed rocks. Mist rises softly from the water, blending with the cool evening air. Along these shores moves a being known in folklore as the Celtic, a seal who can transform into a human. Though tales often describe Selkies with longing or separation, in this gentle retelling, they are peaceful, graceful companions of the night, guiding the mind toward calm and the imagination toward wonder. Selkies embody the soft rhythm of ocean waves, the gentle ebb and flow of tides, and the quiet tranquility of coastal life. Picture the Selkie emerging from the water. In seal form, she is smooth, dark, and glossy, moving fluidly across wet rocks and shallow tide pools. When she transforms into human form, her movements remain graceful, flowing like water. Her hair glistens faintly with salt and moonlight, and her eyes reflect the calm, endless horizon. She moves without haste, fully in harmony with the ocean and shoreline. The Selkie's habitat is the coastal interface: smooth beaches, rocky outcrops, and shallow tide pools where water meets land. She thrives in spaces that are quiet, gently illuminated by the moon and stars, where the tide moves in a slow, soothing rhythm. Here, she moves freely, sometimes slipping into the water, sometimes strolling along the sand, always maintaining a sense of calm and balance. Imagine walking along a quiet shore, your feet brushing the damp sand, listening to the gentle lapping of waves. From the edge of your vision, a soft figure emerges, a Selkie, gliding along the wet sand, sometimes in seal form, sometimes as a human. She does not startle, but invites attention, curiosity, and wonder. You notice the rhythmic rise and fall of her form, with each gentle wave, the soft shimmer of moonlight on her wet hair and skin. There is a story told of a traveler walking along a deserted beach at dusk, feeling restless after a long day. They noticed a seal gliding along the shoreline, then gradually transforming into a human figure. The Selkie moves slowly, gliding with the natural rhythm of the tide. The traveler felt their heartbeat slow, breath deepen, and mind quiet as they observed the gentle movements. By the time night fully settled, sleep came easily, guided by the Selkie's calm presence and the rhythmic, meditative sound of waves. The sounds surrounding the Selkie are subtle and hypnotic. Soft waves brushing sand and stone, the distant call of seabirds returning to nests, the gentle hiss of tide pools as water moves. Occasionally, the Selkie's movement in the water creates small ripples that produce a faint, melodic lapping, perfectly in sync with the natural soundscape. Each element combines into a soothing, immersive lullaby for the mind. As you imagine the Selkie now, see her moving slowly along the shoreline. In seal form, she glides over wet stones and shallow pools, leaving gentle ripples behind. In human form, she walks slowly, her hair trailing water, her movements in harmony with the rhythm of the tide. Each breath you take mirrors the rise and fall of the waves. Inhale with the swell of water, exhale as it recedes softly along the shore. The Selkie encourages observation, calm, and gentle reflection. Watch how the moonlight glimmers on the water, how ripples travel outward and fade, how mist curls around rocks. The Selkie moves in harmony with all these patterns, reminding the mind to slow down, let go of tension, and flow naturally with the rhythm of night. Night deepens, stars reflect faintly in the tide pools, and the moon casts a silver path across the ocean. The Selkie pauses at the water's edge, watching the horizon, then slips silently into the waves. Her presence lingers in the sound of water, the shimmer of moonlight, and the gentle rhythm of tide and shore. Allow yourself to drift alongside her. Each wave mirrors your slow, steady breath. Each gentle movement of water encourages your body to release tension. Your thoughts float like tiny driftwood along the tide, weightless, quiet, and calm. The Selkie's presence reminds you that rest and reflection are natural, flowing processes, much like the sea itself. Eventually, she disappears into the soft horizon, leaving only the gentle rhythm of waves, the whisper of wind, and the calm energy of the coast. You are free to drift into deep, restorative sleep, carried by the serene, flowing presence of this gentle seal shifter. Black Annis, the gentle guardian of hills and caves. Imagine a quiet evening in the rolling hills of England. The sky is a deepening indigo, dotted with soft, shimmering stars. A gentle wind brushes over the grass, carrying the earthy scent of heather, damp soil, and ancient stone. Amidst these quiet hills and hidden caves dwells a being known in folklore as Black Annis. Though stories often describe her as a fearsome hag, in this sleep-friendly retelling, Black Annis is a protective, watchful presence, quietly tending the forests, hills, and caves she inhabits. She is a guardian of the natural world at night, ensuring that the landscape remains calm, balanced, and safe for all creatures who dwell there. Picture Black Annis as a tall, slender figure cloaked in soft shadows. Her hair is dark and flowing, blending with the caves and night sky. Her eyes are kind, patient, and observant, reflecting the quiet rhythms of the hills and the slow sway of trees in the evening breeze. She moves deliberately, leaving no sudden noise or disruption, fully attuned to the natural world around her. Her habitat is the quiet, undisturbed hills, hidden groves, and shallow caves where the night is calm. She prefers areas untouched by rush or noise, where the slow rhythms of nature, trees swaying, streams flowing, and nocturnal animals moving, can maintain their gentle patterns. Black Annis ensures these patterns remain undisturbed, providing a sense of quiet order and safety. Imagine walking along a winding hill path at night. The air is cool and soft against your skin. A cave opens gently along the slope, the entrance shrouded in shadow and moss. From within, a faint figure emerges, Black Annis, moving slowly and quietly, tending to the surrounding forest. Her presence is subtle, yet comforting, like the knowledge that the hills themselves are cared for, watched over, and safe. There is a story passed down in small English villages. A shepherd, walking home along a lonely hill path at dusk, noticed a shadow moving among the rocks. Initially uncertain, he soon realized the figure was quietly tending the landscape, adjusting loose stones, clearing a small stream, or gently coaxing a fallen branch back into place. He felt a deep sense of calm and reassurance, as if the hills themselves were alive and protective. That night, he slept deeply, comforted by the thought that Black Annis was quietly watching over the land. The sounds surrounding Black Annis are soft and grounding. The faint rustle of leaves, the gentle trickle of a small stream, the slow sway of grass under the evening breeze, and the subtle creak of stones settling create a natural lullaby. Her presence blends seamlessly with these rhythms, reinforcing a sense of calm, security, and continuity. As you imagine her now, picture Black Annis gliding silently along the edge of a hilltop cave. She pauses occasionally, touching a mossy rock or adjusting a fallen twig, her movements deliberate and gentle. The shadows seem to dance softly with her, blending into the night without sharp edges or sudden movement. Your breathing mirrors her slow rhythm. Inhale as she moves with the sway of the hills. Exhale as she settles a stone or caresses a moss patch. Her presence encourages mindful observation and quiet reflection. Watch how the moonlight glimmers on dew-covered grass, how a distant stream reflects starlight, and how the trees sway in harmony with the night wind. Black anise moves through these patterns, blending and flowing with the rhythm, reminding your mind to slow down, release tension, and embrace stillness. Night deepens. Stars glitter faintly in the sky. The hills are cloaked in calm shadow, and the wind moves softly over the grass. Black Annis pauses by a small cave opening, listening to the quiet harmony of nature. Her presence is a gentle reassurance. All is as it should be. The night is safe, and rest is natural. Allow your mind to drift alongside her. Feel the rhythm of her movement, the gentle sway of trees, the soft trickle of water, and the quiet pulse of the hills. Each breath aligns with this calm cadence. Each thought drifts like a leaf carried by the wind. The gentle presence of black anise encourages restful contemplation, slow relaxation, and peaceful sleep. Eventually, black anise moves deeper into her cave, leaving only the soft rhythm of hills, streams, and nighttime life. The landscape is calm, safe, and at rest. You are free to drift into deep, restorative sleep, accompanied by the quiet, watchful, and gentle presence of this guardian of hills and caves. Boggart, the gentle household trickster. Imagine a quiet English cottage at night. The last light of day slips behind the hills, leaving the room bathed in soft moonlight streaming through a small window. Dust motes float lazily in the air, stirred only by a gentle draft. In this cozy, peaceful home moves a being from folklore known as the boggart. Though traditionally described as mischievous or disruptive, in this gentle retelling, the boggart is a playful, quiet companion, guiding the household with subtle humor and gentle energy. He is not meant to frighten, only to encourage mindful observation, calm attention, and light-hearted curiosity. Picture the boggart as a small, shadowy figure, moving softly along the corners of rooms, behind furniture, or near windowsills. His eyes sparkle faintly in the moonlight, and his movements are careful, almost dance-like, leaving no sudden sound or disturbance. He wears a faintly shifting cloak of shadow and light, blending with the furniture and walls. The boggart's habitat is the home itself. Kitchens, hearths, bedrooms, and quiet hallways. He thrives where attention to daily life is gentle and mindful. When the household is calm and lived in thoughtfully, the boggart adds subtle energy, encouraging observation, reflection, and the soft delight of noticing small, unexpected details. Imagine walking through a dimly lit room, your steps slow and deliberate. A soft shadow shifts near the fireplace, and you notice small objects seem slightly rearranged, but not in a chaotic way. A teacup rests neatly on a coaster. A pillow is just a bit fluffed, a chair slightly angled toward the fire. Each adjustment is deliberate, subtle, and designed to encourage calm, not alarm. A story from Old English villages tells of a family preparing for bed. A young child notices a shadow flicker in the corner and hears a faint, giggle-like whisper. Curious but unafraid, they watch as small objects move subtly. A blanket straightens itself. A pair of slippers nudge together. The child laughs quietly and feels a warm sense of companionship, realizing the boggart is not frightening, but playful and kind. Sleep comes easily that night, carried on a mixture of gentle wonder and cozy familiarity. The boggart's sounds are soft and soothing. Tiny footsteps across wooden floors, the faint brush of a cloak, or a gentle rustle of fabric become a natural lullaby, echoing the quiet rhythm of the household. Each sound blends seamlessly with the gentle creaks of the home settling and the quiet sigh of night wind against the windows. As you imagine the boggart now, see him moving slowly along the edges of a room. He pauses at a window, observing the moonlit garden, then flits toward a corner to adjust a small object. His movements are rhythmic and deliberate, like a soft, hidden dance. Your own breath begins to align with his calm tempo. Inhale slowly as he pauses. Exhale gently as he continues, allowing your mind to drift quietly. The boggart encourages mindful presence and gentle curiosity. Notice the little details of the home, the way the moonlight reflects off a polished surface, the way shadows fall across a floor, the small rhythmic sounds of night. Each observation is soothing, grounding, and calming, helping thoughts slow and tension release. Night deepens. The fire glows softly, casting warm shadows. The wind whispers outside. The boggart pauses near the hearth, watching, ensuring the space remains peaceful and harmonious. His presence is subtle, almost imperceptible, yet profoundly comforting. Allow yourself to drift alongside him. Each movement, each tiny sound, each subtle shift in shadow encourages slow, deep breathing and restful calm. Thoughts drift like leaves floating on a still pond. The gentle presence of this playful companion reminds the mind and body that night is for observation, reflection, and restoration. Eventually, the boggart slips quietly into the shadow of a corner, leaving only the soft rhythm of the household and the gentle energy of his presence. The room remains calm, warm, and harmonious. You are free to drift peacefully into restorative sleep, accompanied by the quiet, playful, and gentle energy of this whimsical household spirit. Goblin, the gentle forest companion. Imagine a quiet moonlit forest in England. The night air is cool and fragrant with moss, earth, and soft flowers. Gentle shadows stretch across the ground as moonlight filters through the canopy. Among the roots, leaves, and small clearings moves a creature known as the goblin. Though folklore often describes goblins as mischievous or troublesome, in this sleep-friendly retelling, the goblin is a playful, gentle companion, a tiny guardian of forests and gardens who encourages quiet exploration, curiosity, and mindfulness. He is small, soft-footed, and careful, ensuring that his presence is never startling, but always comforting. Picture the goblin as a small figure, no taller than a child, with soft, earthy-colored clothing that blends with the forest floor. His hair is tousled like leaves in the wind, and his eyes sparkle with curiosity and calm intelligence. He moves lightly, stepping carefully over moss, twigs, and stones, leaving barely a sound behind. The goblin's habitat is the forest floor, gardens and small clearings, spaces alive with soft natural rhythms. He thrives among flowers, mushrooms, fallen leaves, and gentle streams. He loves quiet corners where the moonlight creates patterns on the ground and where soft shadows invite contemplation. Imagine walking along a quiet forest path. The air is still and cool. In a small clearing, you notice a flicker of movement. A goblin, crouched near a patch of moss, arranging small stones and twigs in gentle patterns. His movements are precise, but soft, like a slow dance in harmony with the surrounding night. You feel drawn to watch, not out of fear, but because of the gentle rhythm and quiet curiosity he embodies. There is a story told in an English village. A gardener, worried about leaving their garden untended at night, stepped outside under a full moon. There, they saw a small figure moving among the plants, adjusting flowers, straightening leaves, and smoothing the soil. The gardener watched quietly, feeling the gentle energy of the goblin flowing through the garden. By the time they returned to bed, a sense of calm and trust had settled in, the night feeling safe, alive, and magical. The sounds surrounding the goblin are soft and soothing. The faint patter of tiny feet on leaves, the rustle of moss, the distant trickle of water from a small stream, and the gentle movement of the wind through trees create a natural, hypnotic rhythm. These sounds encourage slow breathing, focused attention, and gentle relaxation. As you imagine the goblin now, see him moving carefully among ferns and mushrooms. He pauses to adjust a small stone, brushes a leaf aside, or tips a flower gently toward the moonlight. Each motion is slow, deliberate, and rhythmic. Your breath aligns with this movement. Inhale as he reaches for a stone. Exhale as he sets it in place. Tension begins to release from your shoulders and mind, replaced with calm observation. The goblin encourages mindfulness and a soft sense of wonder. Notice the shapes of the leaves, the shimmer of moonlight on moss, the faint glow of tiny nocturnal insects. Each observation is calming, grounding, and restorative, drawing attention away from worry and toward the quiet beauty of the night. Night deepens, and the forest hums with gentle life. A distant owl calls softly, a stream murmurs in the background. Leaves sway gently in the breeze. The goblin moves silently, ensuring that every small patch of the forest floor remains harmonious, tidy, and peaceful. His presence is subtle, but deeply reassuring, creating a sense of safety, rhythm, and natural order. Allow yourself to drift alongside him. Each movement, each soft sound, each gentle adjustment of the environment encourages your mind to slow and your body to relax. Thoughts float by like fallen leaves on a stream, weightless and calm. The goblin's gentle guidance reminds you that the night is a space for rest, observation, and inner quiet. Eventually, the goblin disappears into the shadows of the forest, leaving only the soft rhythm of leaves, water, and night air. The clearing remains calm, serene, and ready for sleep. You are free to drift into deep, restorative slumber, accompanied by the quiet, playful, and gentle presence of this small, woodland companion.
Thank you for spending this time with Folklore Studios. Let the tales you've heard gently fade into your dreams. Sleep well, and we hope to guide you through more folklore in our next stories.